Apple store is. I'm very lucky to get an appointment because I have no phone. So, all right. Hey, everyone, and welcome to Chef AJ Live. I'm your host, Chef AJ, and this is where I introduce you to amazing people like you who are doing great things in the world that I think you should know about. Today, we continue with day 4 of Iron Chef Week. It's been such a great week watching all these extraordinary chefs make things out of 3 secret ingredients. But today, there's 4. Well, actually, one of them isn't secret because one of the chefs is Dillon Holmes from Well Your World, and he creates the most amazing blends of SOS-Free, meaning no sugar, oil, salt, spices, and sauces. And he's got some really cool new flavors. For example, Galaxy Dust, Zesty, and Lemon Pepper Pizzazz. Now, our competitor, Kelley Williamson, she has gotten these spices in advance. So they both know that they're going to have to use either Galaxy Dust or Zesty or both as part of the preparation of whatever they're going to make, but they still have 3 secret ingredients, and I'll introduce them to you now, and maybe they can tell you a little bit about themselves and their culinary point of view. So I'm seeing Dillon on the left. Hey, Dillon, thanks so much for doing this. I know how busy you are and everything, but I just love watching you take something and make something because it's a lot of fun.
We're happy we could make it work. Happy to be here. I'm here with Reebs over here. She is my companion here on all of our live cooking shows. So you want me to tell a little bit about us?
Yeah, and like your culinary point of view, because I think it's kind of similar to mine, but maybe there's somebody that hasn't been familiar with your work yet.
My culinary point of view is simply that I just make food I like as simple as possible, as fast and easy as possible. I came out with a whole lineup. We started as just YouTuber, and then now I do a cooking show twice a month live on the internet. We have one tomorrow. And then I came out with a lineup of bottled sauces. We've got a marinara, the spice blends, of course, that we're using today, and they're all just designed to make your life easier and faster in the kitchen. Because just because we happen to want to eat healthy does not mean that we want to all be chefs. And so I'm not a chef. In fact, I'm quite out of my league today with Kelley, but we'll do it anyway, because last minute I would have been like, geez, I don't know, you guys, a real chef versus me? Yeah. So well, this should be pretty embarrassing.
We try to have fun. No, I think you guys, you're going to hold your own. I really do. So thanks so much for doing this. It's always fun to watch you cook. And I'll put links in the chat. People want to find out more about your spices and sauces. And Kelley, tell us a little bit about yourself and your culinary point of view.
So thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it. And Dillon, you're going to be great.
Uh-oh, you've got two things going. So you're getting feedback. So you're in twice. So you have to have one of them muted.
Can you hear me okay now?
It's kind of tinny because you're on a second. I guess you've come in twice to the Zoom.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's okay, but a little tinny, but okay, go ahead. You're tinny.
I think it's just 2 mics are turned on.
Yeah, because I think Jerry's got.
Okay.
I think you're getting feedback. You might have to take that other one off. We're not going to be able to do this the whole show, unfortunately, because it's going to be too.
You might be able to mute one of the 2, AJ, on your end as the host.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's the other computer.
Yeah, you got to do it. Yeah.
Okay.
Now
here we go.
Perfect.
All right. So with Kelley Williamson. No, I'm kidding. So Kelley Williamson, I'm the plant-based kitchenista. We've been doing this for probably about 8 to 9 years now. I've been doing lots of different cooking classes. Before they were always cook with me type of demo classes, or actually cook with me where everything was in front of you and you had to saute it and do all that. My theory, or how I like to live, is we're all about building a community. So Jerry and I, so he is a plant-based nutritionist. We're about building a community of healthy, likewise people that want to live a whole food, plant-based lifestyle, but have fun with it. So it's not so serious, because I mean, a lot of times and stuff, you'll watch videos out there and they're very serious, and definitely not Chef AJ. She's a lot of fun, but going through of like learning kitchen, cooking skills, learning tips and tricks, and learning that you can freeze basil and have it for later. And just exactly like what Dillon said, just having fun. So really getting in there and cooking things that you like, but learning how to spice it the right way so you don't end up throwing it in the trash. So that's exactly what we're about. So this is all just fun, and I love to do more things because I grew up doing home cooking in Kansas. So a lot of my recipes tend to be about things that stick to your gut, but make you feel good, and they taste good too.
Great, terrific. Well, spicing things have never been easier with all the sauces from Well Your World. You almost don't even need to know how to spice anymore. Now, Dillon, are there any ingredients you're hoping are not in that basket, or maybe hoping will appear?
Well, we did a little chopped show a few weeks ago, and my mother picked the ingredients, and she brought out, what was the name of that fruit, Reeves? I don't even know what this random fruit was. So hopefully you haven't picked this really strange fruit that's green and slimy on the inside. Other than that, I think I can pull it off. I might fake it a little, but whatever.
Great. Kelly, is there anything, a lot of chefs this week were praying for not to be eggplant, and I almost made me want to pick eggplant for that reason.
I could have done eggplant. I did an eggplant BLT last night for a cooking class, and it was unbelievable. It was about this thick. So I would have done that one. But no, the only thing I would hope that you wouldn't put in there would be beets. I do not like beets.
Well, there's no beets. And I think you'll like today's ingredients. They're pretty easy to find. They're common. So if you guys have your baskets, I'm going to take myself off screen so that you can do the big reveal. Come on, gallery mode. There we go.
Dun, dun, dun. Here we go. I didn't have a towel on. She didn't see it. So here we go.
Okay, Reeves.
Here we go. Should I make you swear on the starch solution again?
That I haven't seen the ingredients before.
And thank you, Reeves and Jerry, for doing this.
Oh, okay.
So mushrooms, portobello mushrooms, almost probably everybody's favorite.
Oh,
Zucchini.
spread.
Pretty little zucchinis.
Beautiful.
That's out there. And then I'm assuming.
Is that millet?
Looks like millet.
Yep,
correct?
cooked millet. We need some good millet recipes because Chef Bravo doesn't like millet and he doesn't want to use it, but I love it and I need some millet recipes. So I figured you guys can make something yummy.
Yeah, I like millet.
I
Good.
do too.
It's
There's almost any grain I can't think that I don't like, so I think we're good.
So
Okay.
all right.
all week we never had two identical dishes from the chefs. They always went in different. So it's interesting to see what you guys come up with.
So if we're thinking through
Okay.
it, I mean, there's many things you could do with this. You could do, you could do pasta. So you could do a pasta with all kinds of vegetables in it, which would be really, really good.
Maybe I'll do that.
Then you could
That's a good idea.
or you could do a bowl. So you could do like a bim bim bop bowl type of thing, that have a great sauce. That's always really good with millet. And that would be pretty.
Appreciate
You could
the
add all
tips.
kinds of like roasted red peppers. Actually, like I said, I am home cook. I love that stuff that sticks to your ribs, kind of the Midwest type of flair. So I'm actually going to do a millet and lentil meatloaf.
A millet and lentil meatloaf. I am very impressed. If you're gonna take that on, that's pretty darn
You're
good.
gonna be done. You're gonna be done in time, huh?
Here goes. Get started.
Yep. Get started. Let the
Okay,
games
grab
begin.
Reeves, what the heck do I do with all of this? I would just like make this into a Buddha bowl and eat it.
I was thinking a few things. Remember when you did the pizza portobellas with the
Yeah, those were
portobellas?
good.
So that could be an
You could
idea.
play with some pizza portobellas. I was thinking of maybe this. Reeves bought this beautiful purple cauliflower. What should I do with that? Maybe steam some cauliflower and zucchini.
All right, so I just peeled my carrot, grabbing
All right.
some celery, because you always have to have your mirepoix, so you've got to have all that in there, just like normally you would make.
Does it have to be just one dish? Are there rules?
No, you know what? It really
Or is
doesn't.
it like Fight Club?
You know what? I don't think we've never said it has to be one dish. It's just that all three ingredients have to be used in a meaningful way. So yesterday, Chef Ocean did not put all ingredients in one dish. He made a plate of different things. So it's really up to you. It's your interpretation.
I'm jamming on
So you're
these
gonna-
portobello
now you're gonna do, like,
pizzas. What can we
3
do with the
dishes?
millet? Just put it on?
No, you could chop up the zucchini with the spice blend that's
Mhm,
obligatory and
definitely.
saute it up to stuff inside of the portobello.
That's exactly what I would have done, Reeves.
And the millet?
Yeah,
So in the saute?
yeah.
Okay, we've got a plan. We've got a plan. That was the hardest part. My worries are over, but I'm still up against the meatloaf, which is intimidating to say the least. Okay, we're
I'm not
doing
doing
it.
anything that's like a lentil loaf or a millet or anything like that, because you can use pretty much any grain. And the reason why I like to do that is because you can pretty much anything clean out your refrigerator. So you can put all kinds of, roasted red peppers because you want to make it more maybe Mediterranean. You could put black beans in it because you want to have it more of a Mexican style. And it's just an easy one of those, like I say, stick it to your ribs type of meals. And if you make enough of it, what's really cool about it is that you can have it for sandwiches the next day. And then you can have it, then you can mix it. And actually, if you don't put a flavoring, like a tomato sauce or something like a smoked tomato sauce on it, then you can actually put it in tacos and you can use it for so many different things. when I was cooking for some clients that they loved it. They're like, don't put the sauce on it, and then just give us the meatloaf. And they would use it for tacos. They would use it for sandwiches. They would do all kinds of different things, which was just really cool. So it's one of my favorite recipes. And it's one I do a lot. And it's probably one that Jerry and then family members just love. And it's easy.
Well, I
And
can
I'm
see I'm
always-
going to learn something. So I'm glad I'm going to see you do it because I want to do that too now. Not right now. Next time.
He's got
Dillon,
no over the
people
camera.
always ask if you take the gills off when you're doing your portobellos.
I am right now. Yeah.
Peels off of mine. The
I'm
reason
just-
I do is because you don't want the brown to show. But and this one,
Mhm.
it'll flavor it just fine.
I'm not very picky. I think I did it more to give me a little bit more space for my pizzas.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
we're doing
I
it.
added celery, carrots, onions. Now I'm adding the portobello mushroom. So I'm actually doing it all together. Just doing nice slices. Like I said, I'm not taking the gills out because I don't mind if it turns the liquid or the sauce around it brown. That's actually a good thing because then it looks more like a really good lentil loaf. That in there. This
I
one's
want to
great.
get 2 of these ingredients done pretty good. I'll do a yellow one
That's
too.
pretty fancy knife skills, Dillon.
Oh, is it?
This
This knife could
Japanese
use.
friends love it.
She was talking to Dylan.
I need a sharpening on this knife. I just bought a new knife because I
Right,
go.
that's
I
Dylan.
sharpen this thing so much that it just gets shorter and shorter
And
and
that's what makes
shorter
it
until my
easier.
knuckles just hit the cutting board.
Why do you think more people don't use millet? I think it's such a delicious grain and so many people are just not into it.
Sounds like a publicity problem. We gotta get the millet board.
'Cause it has
Working.
such a nice nutty flavor, and especially for people that are afraid to eat rice, if there's no arsenic or anything.
It's a lot
Millet
cheaper
is
than
one of those
quinoa
ones that
too.
if you don't cook it enough, it's like eating gravel. So you have to really make sure that when you're cooking it, that you're cooking it the right amount and then adding the flavors into it. And then it works out really, really well. So, all right, so I've got everything ready to go. So these are the different vegetables. My zucchini's in there, the mushrooms in there, 2 ingredients, done.
Nice.
All right.
Well, I am just.
Quick
Go
mashed
ahead, Kelley.
potatoes, 'cause everybody loves potatoes.
Everybody does. I am going to. I've chopped up some of these zucchinis. I'll saute them here with some onion. I like to pre-saute when I'm making pizzas sometimes instead of just doing it like a pizza bar and just make a whole saute of peppers and onions and all the things you like on pizza. And then just throw them on top of the pizza and you don't have to cook it that long, especially since they're portobellos. They don't need very long in the oven. Maybe I'll make these slices kind of like this. What do you think, Reed? How am I doing?
I mean, is it really a pizza or are you just cooking it like the pizza?
I'm putting pizza sauce on it. I can
Are
tell
you
you that.
really?
That new pizza sauce is amazing.
Did you try it?
Yes,
I-
it's delicious.
I'm glad you like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love the marinara, of course.
Yeah. What else should I throw in here? Ooh, a little Brussels sprout looks good. Thanks, Reeves. I didn't have to do anything to prep today. I like these secret shows.
Wouldn't it be nice if we had that always? Just have everybody prepped everything for us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm working on that. Maybe someday I'll have a personal cook. And the only cooking I'll have to do is just for the internet. What's everybody saying? Do we have a bunch of people watching or what?
I hear so. Lots of friends, lots of fans.
Okay, pressure's on.
I would agree on having a personal chef and having everything all just ready for you, even though I do enjoy the cooking, but I do have a personal eater here, so loves to try anything that we make. A lot of times and stuff, I'll say I'm gonna make this, and he's like, ew, that doesn't sound good. Like bibimbap bowls or Moroccan shepherd's pie or something like that. And then when he tries, he's like, oh, you can make that again. So I get a lot of that.
Those sound good to me.
Michelle
All right.
says the pizza sauce is wonderful. Some people are saying they actually sprout millet. That's interesting.
Yeah, people sprout all kinds of things. I'm kind of out of the loop on that. with the sprouted starches. Okay, I'm putting that saute on the stove. And we'll cook those veggies just a little bit. AJ, yeah, we'll have you out of here on time.
Yeah, no
Don't forget about
worries.
your spice blend, Dill.
Oh yes, we gotta get the zesty in this mix. So we'll have
So I'm
that
gonna
ready.
take the millet, and I'm gonna take and I'm gonna add lentils. I'm gonna drain the lentils.
I'm getting some cheater garlic.
And that's a food processor.
How about,
Do you want to get the mushrooms going beforehand a little?
do I have, oh, I do have a pizza sauce. Did we pre-cook the mushrooms? We did pre-cook the mushrooms last time we played around with portobello, so I guess I will. I'll do them in a few minutes. Do you remember how long, Reeves?
No, but I can certainly look it up.
Okay, I've got the little Breville going with the portobellos. We need to get this starch in here too. All right, let's go to the stove. Starchy on the inside pizza. And then I usually just add a little bit of water, get everything going.
That water was already hot. That's so cool.
It saves time. I usually, when I'm doing something like a meal, an actual meal of food, I'll prep a kettle, especially for my show and stuff when I need to keep the stove acting fast, you know? So I'll use a little hot water. And this is where we gotta get, well, I'm gonna throw in, well, we'll just leave this for a second.
Right, so I've got the lentils in here. So I added lentils and I've got the millet. So I just ground them up into the food processor. So they're all processed, which just gives me my basically my binding ingredients because I'm gonna add all the vegetables in it also. So we'll have those going here in a second, but I'm gonna add some of the ingredients where you start mixing it up. So you got your diced tomatoes, which of course I'm gonna strain. And then I'll put things in like the panko breadcrumbs, Worcestershire, Dijon mustard, you know, the flavorings and all the good things that we need that make it taste really good. And of course, the zesty spice.
You just have millet in the bowl so far?
Just add what? I'm sorry?
It's just millet in the bowl so far there?
Millet, and actually lentils.
And lentils, that's right.
Yeah, remember,
Cool.
you can use
I'm taking notes in my head.
anything that's in your pantry.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice, Dylan, that you've created some spices without nutritional yeast so that Goldhammer can sell them.
Yeah, he said if you make, because I have a stardust, I call it. Where's my stardust? I'll show it to you. Let me give this a stir first.
Dijon. Always have Dijon mustard on hand. Vegan Worcestershire. Eyeball it. I'm gonna add in
I guess I won't use that.
roasted garlic. I freeze up lots of roasted garlic, so I'm gonna add that really quick into the vegetables as that's going. So it'll give a nice kind of a toasted flavor. You grab panko.
Throw in a little red pepper.
I love that neither of you measure. I love that about you.
There's no recipe. I'm throwing a little bit of red bell pepper in here too. I love red bell pepper on the pizza. A little more.
Okay, potatoes are cooking, got those going.
Oh, you're doing potatoes too? That sounds good.
What is that?
Potatoes too.
Potatoes too.
Dang. Got all kinds of starches.
You said something about you're gonna do 2 dishes, so.
No, that was before. Now I'm just going easy on the pizza.
Saute up some spinach.
We'll see. This is the most interesting pizza I've ever made. So thank you all for that.
I never would have guessed a pizza and a meatloaf would have been made out of these, not meatloaf.
So I came out with a Stardust a while back, which is like a salt substitute. Obviously, one of the more challenging things to get rid of in the diet is the salt. And so I made a salt substitute that you can just sprinkle at the table, just like you would a salt shaker, that has a real nice salty flavor just from like a little bit of citrus, celery seed, things like that are really good. But yes, it does have nutritional yeast in it. And Dr. Goldhammer did want me to make one without, but I didn't want to just take the yeast out because that wouldn't you know, why not just make a whole new product? So that's what the Galaxy Dust was all about. It's another type of table blend. You just sprinkle it on your finished food. None of the bits in there are like big chunky pieces too much, maybe a little garlic, but another salt substitute, no nutritional yeast in it. Very simple, just sprinkle it on. It's really good. And the flavors are very different. So I've had a lot of people that love both, and that is great. So I better throw in the zesty now.
What is it about black pepper that you use it a lot? Because, you know, I'm allergic to it, and that's the only reason I can't use some of yours. Does it make a big difference in spice blends that are salt-free, you think?
Does the Galaxy Dust have pepper? I can't even remember anymore. Yeah, it does have some. I don't have to do it.
Yeah, it says
You're
black
the only
pepper.
person I know, AJ, that doesn't do black pepper.
I can't help it. I'm
So I
actually
forget.
allergic. I don't want to be. I mean,
I know. I'm not trying to make you feel bad.
I mean, it's not like I'm like, oh, God.
Okay, I'm sprinkling in the zesty. The zesty is just got, it's almost like it's got a lot of the same herbs as a poultry seasoning, and then a lot of citrus in there as well. It's really tasty. And I'm not going to do much more than this. This is my pizza, my main bulk of my pizza. Since we don't have a starchy crust, the millet will do just fine to give us lots of calories, make us feel full. You know what I'm saying?
That's the name of the game, feeling full. I'm feeling.
Right.
Yep.
So I'm just cooking
Well.
up the vegetables because you want to make sure you have your vegetables in your lentil millet loaf. Usually it's a lentil brown rice loaf, but anything works. So those will be ready here in a second. Then I've got mashed, so I've got potatoes on, so I'm gonna have mashed potatoes here in a few minutes. And then I'm just gonna do just a saute of course, because that's so super easy, spinach. So I'll have that. I'm gonna add a little bit of a fig balsamic in there. So it's not one of the California balsamics or one of those, but it's one of the ones I had. I'll add that in there. And then I'll just do just a simple little gravy, just to make it easy. Everybody's like, simple. It's simple.
You're doing a lot. It looks really nice. Okay.
Yes, this is the stuff I love to do. Is just make it fun. Actually, get this ready. So I'm gonna need a parchment.
Maybe I'll go a few minutes more on these.
Parchment lined baking sheet.
You know what temp did we use before, Reeds?
I don't know, but it would be cool to like mix some of the millet with some more of the sauce at the bottom of like a regular baking dish.
Oh, like pizza sauce with this mix baked? Did I follow you right?
You know how we did with the acorn squash and it kind of just spilled over into the pan?
Oh, you mean with the pizzas?
Yeah.
Got it. So I could do the pizzas in a different type of a dish. I like that idea. Maybe I'll use something like this, or no, I'll use a Pyrex. All right. I'll do it with this. Good thing I got you giving me tips.
Your sister's saying to make a white sauce.
Make a white sauce?
I did put out ingredients for you to make a baba ganoush.
Oh, you did put out eggplant. Look at that.
So the gravy that I'm gonna make, all it is vegetable broth. So your vegetable broth or vegetable stock, that's what you get when you're not watching something. Boils over. And then I'm gonna put a little bit of thyme. So you can put fresh thyme or regular dried thyme. If I can get this little packet open. And then a little bit of a garlic powder. And then at the very end stuff, a little bit of whole wheat flour. And that's it. That's all you do. That's how easy this gravy is without having to do everything else.
Nice.
What's in that bag there, Kelly?
This one, this is thyme.
Oh, that's thyme. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool.
So like when I'm cooking, I'll show you. This is what my kids, Jerry can show it. This is my spice store.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
I grew up from Kansas, and I think my mom cooked with like 3 spices, which was salt, pepper, and sugar, which is not even a spice. So over the past 8 years, I have accumulated a lot of spices and have cooked with a lot of different things and been able to try different flavors that I never grew up with, like curries and things like that. Just never happened. So those are the fun things.
Cool.
Hey, Dillon, there's a question. When will your sriracha be back in stock?
Oh, that's sriracha. I cannot believe how hard it is to get things these last year or so. It's been tough. But one of them has been the red jalapenos for the sriracha. And we have found another product that we'll be able to use for it. And so I hope to have it back here in the fall, in the hopefully early fall. But it's not over till it's over. But it has been crazy getting hold of like the canisters and stuff. I make a cheese sauce mix that's super simple. You just add water, cashews, whatever you like to blend up a quick, easy cheese sauce that we use weekly to make like mac and cheese, various other things. But these canisters are really hard to get hold of. So the lead time on my next order, fortunately, I've got my canisters for the next production run, but the one after that, it's like a 7-month lead time now. So I'm gonna have to find something else.
That's
Crazy
Yes.
out there.
People are asking if the millet has been cooked. Absolutely. And they're asking how to cook millet. We can ask their helpers how they cooked it. And Louise says she loves your Fiesta Fire blend and uses it all the time.
Wonderful. Thank you for saying so. I love that one. That was one of our favorites. Reeves and I make this delicious little dish with riced cauliflower. And we were using a Mexican spice blend. And we thought we need to make our own with no salt. Okay, it's pizza sauce time. So one of my products that I came out with this year was a totally SOS-free pizza sauce. No added salt, oil, or sugar. Sorry, Kelly, I'm cheating. You're a chef, so I get to cheat. I'm using a packaged product, but at least I made it.
That's what I was going to say. You made it. So that's completely fair.
Yeah.
I have a different kitchen down in the basement where it's like my mad scientist laboratory where I make all these products. And then I go to the packer and we scale them up into, 100 or 300 gallon big cauldrons. And this one came out even tastier once I scaled it up. And all I'm doing now is I've got my little Pyrex here. I pre-cooked the portobello just a little bit, and I'm dropping in my pizza sauce on top.
Well, that looks delicious.
There is a lentil millet loaf.
Nice.
But Kelly, won't it take an hour to cook?
Nope, because look, we're making baby ones.
Oh, good. That's a great idea.
And I'm just throwing this whole thing right in on top. It's a starchy, it's an inside-out pizza.
You could have used any of your marinaras too.
Oh yeah, we have 2 marinaras. One that I did make especially for you,
I
AJ.
love it. Magnifico. Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
That one has no pepper.
I thank you for that.
The mushroom basil has a little bit of pepper, and I added mushrooms as well, and some fresh basil. So here, Reeves' recommendation was, why just make it a pizza when you can just overflow it and eat right out of the Pyrex? So I'm going to throw in a little bit more around. And then we'll just drizzle on some more pizza sauce all over hell here.
Put it on a close-up, Dill.
Oh.
We have a lot left over. Could ship it out to anybody that would like a millet lentil loaf.
I'll take some. Where are you, Kelly? Where are you in California?
Denver.
Ohio?
Yeah, Denver, Colorado.
Oh, Colorado. Gotcha.
Kelly, did they ever, I remember when I came and did your conference and we couldn't find Hannah yams in Colorado. Did they ever start selling the white sweet potatoes there?
They did.
Good.
Hard to find, but yes, they do.
Good. That was weird. I had to bring Hannah's in my suitcase.
What do you think, Reeves?
You got to try something different now.
Should I do something else?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, with these products, boy, cooking is so fast. WellYourWorld.com.
Yep, absolutely. Well, I'll put a link in, Dylan. Don't worry. I think a lot of people already know you and love you. But guys, try these products. They're amazing. Especially, well, sriracha's out of stock, but the pancake mix is to die for. It's so.
You love that pancake mix. I'm so happy you do.
Yeah,
that has been a very popular product.
Waffles up,
It was fun coming up with that one. All right, I got a little bit of parsley I'll sprinkle on top at the end. So I'll set that aside.
Clean up a little bit just so I can see what I'm doing.
Well, what do you want me to make, Reeves?
Hmm.
Put a little bit of the big balsamic into my spinach. Just a little bit. That's in honor of you, Chef AJ. Your balsamics.
Oh, I forgot to put garlic on. I'm gonna pull that out and sprinkle the garlic in.
Does Dillon ship to Canada?
Oh, that's good. That right by that. I could have stopped right there. Oh, that's hot.
Dillon, do you ship to Canada? There's a question.
I'll answer that in just a sec.
Okay.
I don't ship to Canada yet. I'm working on it. It's hard. The customs thing is really weird. But right now, in the meantime, while you're waiting for me to get my act together, you can do that. There are those forwarding services like Planet Express, where you can ship to a US address and then they'll forward it to Canada. And they're built for that, so they'll do it better than me right now. But I do hope to be able to offer Canada shipping. We were doing Canada shipping, then we were getting a whole bunch of issues with people randomly getting charged a customs fee that nobody knew about. So then I was like, oh man, I feel like I have an obligation to help you with that because I never even told you it would happen. So it's been a bit crazy, but I definitely want to. I get emails every week from people that want it in Canada and all over the world for that matter. But it's harder than it sounds.
Dill, do you have extra filling?
I do a little bit. Why?
Because you could grill up some of the mushrooms and add some beans to the filling and make lettuce cups too.
Wow, you're the chef. It sounds like.
Wow. Well, we wanted her to go after you, not after you, but I mean against you.
Against me.
Go after him. Against you.
She came after me, AJ, at your conference.
Go get her.
Worked out pretty good too. Now we're engaged.
Because you have extra time, Dill, so you better get back to work.
Well, I was gonna thought we'd dance the whole rest of the show and cheer the real chef on.
Or you can make a salad.
Make a salad? I could make a little salad. Let's do that. I could. Oh, this is nice. What kind of lettuce is this?
Sounds good, whatever you're making.
Some fancy butter lettuce. Okay. Well, you could certainly.
Put that in the oven.
Anybody's.
You're going.
If anybody is already hungry, I'll give this a little. Do you want to help me rinse this, maybe?
Yeah.
Give it a little spin. These are the cutest little lettuce cups I've ever seen. We'll do some lettuce cups while we're hanging.
So that's sauteed down. So let the spinach saute down. Just make sure that's all ready to go. Because that's going to be my base for the actual millet. I always think about it, millet lentil loaf. So that'll be done. Then I've got potatoes going. So I'm just waiting for them to finish up. And then I'll get those all blended up and ready to go. So those will be nice and smooth. And then I've got the gravy. So be done here, hopefully. I even turned up the oven to make sure we're on time.
All right, Reeves, what else do you want on there?
So
I feel like the same exact ingredients could just be done with that.
Yeah.
Maybe even a little bit of pizza sauce.
No.
No.
Well, you could do lettuce cups with this, but you would have to include the mushrooms.
Oh, we have a little more mushroom.
But you could saute them up,
Okay.
maybe with some zucchini and make a salad too.
You don't want millet on the salad?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, I've got a couple more portobellos left, so I will just dice them up. Thank you, ma'am. All right, let's dice up some portobellos.
Like type in the questions. We're ready to answer anything you want.
Hey, how do you cut that left-handed, Dillon?
I happen to be left-handed, so it works pretty good.
You have a left-handed knife.
All right, let's saute these. You know what? I'll throw them in this big one.
Then we have a person that left.
Use a different spice blender. You
Yes.
have,
I don't know if that's
Oh,
true.
pizzazz.
So do you have left-handed knives?
Left-handed knives.
Oh.
You know, I've never bought a left-handed knife.
I think they were custom made or something, but they brought them to our cooking class and they were like, nobody touches them and they're only fit for my hand. And I don't know if they were expensive or not, but, or if he was blowing stuff up my rear
Wanda,
end.
Wanda Huberman's watching, and she said she went to a restaurant last night and she had stuffed zucchini boats. You know, zucchini could have been
Oh, yeah.
stuffed just as easily as the mushrooms.
We did a grilled zucchini boat salad in one of our recent videos, of mango dressing in there. It was really good. The grilled zucchini boats surprised me.
Dillon, will you ever write a cookbook?
Yeah, we're working on first is a cookbook of all of our YouTube videos and recipes, kind of like our favorites, the most popular ones. And then we're also working on one for some of our cooking show recipes. So they're close. Hopefully early next year or so, we'll be able to get some of that out. And then we'll get our feet wet in the cookbook world, and then we can start, doing fancy things with, because we were going to start with like an e-cookbook at first, but maybe print it with Amazon or something. I don't know much about all that. I'll have to talk to Kathy Fisher more.
That's what I'm happy to talk to you about that. We teach classes and that kind of stuff.
You teach classes about how to make a cookbook?
Oh yeah, and we do a lot of business classes, my husband and I, for other companies, and just get books out.
Oh, cool. Well then, yeah, I'd love to talk to you about it.
Yep, anytime. Kelley, people are asking again, how did you make the gravy?
The gravy, so what I did, of course, was it's just regular, like, it's a low sodium, or you could do like a no sodium, just vegetable broth or vegetable stock, which is really easy. And then I didn't give you exact measurements, and then I just dip a little bit of dried thyme. So you could do fresh if you wanted to. And then sorry, choke it up a little bit. And then I got a little bit of garlic powder, of course. And then if you want to put some, pepper in it, you can do that. And then I'm going to put just a little bit of whole wheat flour in there to thicken it up. And then it is ready to go. It's that quick. It's that simple. That's why I like it. It's just fast and easy when you don't want to have to put everything together. All right, so I'm going to do mashed potatoes really quick. So I'm just using soy milk. You could use milk, oat milk, whatever's your favorite. And I think I'm going to try it here, but you know how it is with potatoes.
I just put a little bit of galaxy dust on these mushrooms.
Myself and everything else over here real quick, so good to see.
And that's about all they're going to need.
When you mix it together, toss it with one of your dressings.
Into the millet, throw the mushrooms right in. Okay. So I've got more of my filling, and I'm just throwing in these portobellos that I sauteed with a little bit of galaxy dust. So that's which one, Reeves? Tell me more.
Sweet heat.
Put some sweet heat in there.
AJ's flavors.
You like the sweet heat, AJ? Yeah, you like the sweet heat and the sweet mustard.
Oh yeah, you absolutely do.
All right, we're gonna maybe open this. All right, we'll throw a little bit of sweet heat in my mix.
Want to add some beans?
Like a can of beans?
Yeah.
Good. How are we doing on time? Pretty good.
11:32.
There we go. That looks pretty nice.
Really simple mashed potatoes.
Am I cheating that I have a helper?
No.
That's all right. It's okay.
Oh. So what do you think, AJ? You're going to do Iron Chef shows every week now?
I don't know about every week, but this is an Iron Chef week. We'll do them like maybe once a month, I think. I enjoy them because I learn so much and I get so inspired. And I don't know if you guys saw yesterday's show, but I mean, with raw food, like what I couldn't believe what they created. It was.
I want to go back and watch all of them. I haven't had time this week. It's been nuts, but I know I could learn lots.
I think I learn a lot from these shows, and it inspires me to not be so lazy because I am so lazy eating the same thing every day.
Yeah, I'm real lazy. So we're throwing in some beans Reeves just rinsed me a can of black beans. So I took our mixture that I'd made at the beginning, threw in some portobello mushrooms that we sauteed with a little galaxy dust, threw in some beans, give it a little toss, and now we have a delicious starchy veggie filling to make some lettuce.
Like to be able to see.
Lettuce
Be fun if
cups.
we could watch it.
Put some cilantro in there.
Where?
So I just put flour into a dish and then I put some of the hot liquid in there because if you put flour into your hot liquid and stuff, a lot of times you'll get lumps. It's kind of that age old, like your mom used to teach you how to make gravies.
What about a gluten-free option?
My mom,
Yes, definitely gluten free. You can put gluten free flours,
Rice flour.
rice flour, garbanzo bean flour.
And or you could buy my gravy mix online and it's all done for you.
True. But this is
Okay,
so
I'm gonna
good.
taste the lettuce wrap. Is it premature that I would be tasting? Is that against the rules?
no, of course, please, somebody's got to taste it.
Okay, Reeves, do you want to taste?
Yeah, I'm gonna come over.
Oh, you're coming over here? Yeah, you do the taste. You'll be more honest and tell me you hate it.
How can it be bad?
I don't know.
Anything that's freshly made is good.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it.
Pretty good?
Mm-hmm.
Never go wrong.
I'm glad we added the beans.
Yeah, you like the beans.
We gave it a Latin flair.
Did I?
Plate.
Oh, that's gonna be a full
That
lettuce
looks
wrap.
amazing, Dylan. Oh my God.
Yeah, show it up more.
Lettuce wrap.
There it is.
Looks pretty.
There, focus.
Whoa.
That looks pretty good. Mmm.
That was easy.
Oh, that's really good. Oh, that sweet heat. Mmm. Need a napkin. How are the portobellos? I don't remember how long to cook those. We'll go have a look. Oh, those are probably getting pretty close to ready.
Yeah, just a little bit more.
Mmm.
One filling, 2 dishes.
One filling, 2 dishes. That's right. Mhm. I love it. And I'm starving, so pardon me for filling my face.
That's okay. Reeves, are you going to taste it too and let us know?
I tried it. It's delicious.
She ate it first.
I just ate it so fast.
Mm,
All right.
nice. Cool. Yeah, I feel better now.
What, that it was good or that you're full of food?
Not full of food, that I had some food and that it was good. And that
Lettuce
I'm not.
cups are such a great idea, really.
Yeah. Lettuce cups are so easy. It's a great way for people like me who don't eat enough salad, I admit, to get some greens in.
Mm-hmm.
Such easy prep. You just rinse them and spin them, you know?
I forget that kind of lettuce, but you know the kind that's kind of round? I love that for those. You know, they almost have like, they're
A butter lettuce,
like
I
butter
think.
lettuce. And it's like it lends itself so beautifully to having stuff in it.
This was a cool kit. I haven't seen it like this. This is artisan lettuce. And it just has these cute little heads. Look at that.
Okay. So people, Jesse's saying if we do more Iron Chef teams, people are saying Dylan and Reeves versus both of the Crocs. I'd be happy to, you know, if they can.
I'd be more competitive with them. I'd be more of a trash talker. Just kidding.
You would? Because I was gonna say I would be helping them out as well as you. We'd all be on like one giant team.
Well, should we see if these are done enough?
Yeah, let's try them.
Plant-based
Oh.
millets and lentil meatloaf.
Oh my
Already
God,
know.
Kelly, you're doing some beautiful plating there.
I like to do that. That's always the
Nice.
fun part of this is when you can plate. It's not saying I do that at home. When Jerry and I eat, it may be like, here's the mashed potatoes in the bowl, but I figured for
We need a
this,
plate.
do something fun. I don't get to do plating as much as I'd like to, so.
I'm a professional plater as well, and I'll show you what that looks like. Here's the plate. That's before. There's the before shot. If someone could grab a screenshot of that.
Yes.
And there's after. What do you think, everybody? Oh wait, I said I'd sprinkle on
Hilarious.
some. I
Looks
said I'd
good.
sprinkle on some flat leaf parsley on. Oh my gosh, that's unbelievable. If you got that in a restaurant, well, it'd be the best restaurant in town because I don't think you can. Okay, are we tasting? Hey, would you mind moving that pot so I can set this there? But with that cork. Thank you. All
All
right,
right. So we've got the gravy on the bottom.
let's let Kelly plate hers.
Yeah, I
First. This
wanna
is the
watch
good part.
I never would have guessed any of these interpretations. They're amazing.
Mm.
And look, you got done so quickly too. I mean, this is amazing. The raw chefs took a little bit longer and it's interesting because they weren't cooking yet. It took them longer.
It does. I've done a lot of raw dishes and it takes you a lot longer. There's a lot more, there seems to always be a lot more steps and everything that you need to do in preparation. But it's good. All right, spatula.
When are they going to invent it so that you guys could taste each other's dishes, even though you're in two different cities? Amazing.
I think we've got a bit of waiting to do on that.
How did that come out so fast?
Yeah, that's pretty fast.
The what, the lentil loaf?
Yeah.
It's because I did it those little, these little rounds that you can do. So, and everything, you think about it, everything's all cooked anyway. So it's, it was just a matter of just making sure that it just holds up like that. So then that, and then of course, I was going to do something fun, but I'm not, I'm just going to use a spoon. Got mashed potatoes.
Mm.
Oh my God, this food looks so good. And this is the worst time.
Oh, that's pretty. That,
It's my
okay,
ice
so
cream.
mm,
Tastes better than ice cream, though.
Ready?
and then that gravy. Oh boy.
There you go.
There.
Yeah, I would like a taste of that.
A little bit of chives. Never hurt anybody. You had sprouts, you could do that.
A little bit of chives never hurt anybody. I like that.
Ready to taste?
Beautiful. Good job.
So Kelly, you have so many spices. What do you think about the spices Dillon sent you?
I like the zesty. I've tried the zesty, and the zesty is actually in the millet loaf. So it's good because it's got all kinds of different flavors and it has a lot of the spices I was looking for, which is like your garlics and your onions and all those type of things, which is great. I haven't tried this one yet. This one, I think actually the galaxy dust, I would probably, I would probably put this on popcorn. So like if you had like some, the air pop popcorn, a little bit of the galaxy dust, I think would be really, really good. Or even vegetables, I think would be really good. Yeah. So this one is definitely in the lentil loaf.
Well,
Cool.
you guys are the fastest finishers of anybody. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it off. I'm going to put it back in speaker mode so you can go one at a time and tell us about your dish, what you did and what you call it and kind of a little bit of a recap. So Kelly, would you like to go first?
Of course, since I'm holding it up. Yep. So this is, like I said, I love anything that is home cooking that reminds me of home. And my mom used to, she used to make meatloaf all the time, especially when, when you're kids and stuff and growing up and there was 5 of us of the kids and didn't have a lot of money and things. So she would always, go into the refrigerator, grab some, turkey or hamburger, and then she'd put everything else in it and bake it. And then we'd have it for days. And so this is kind of, I guess, in memory of my mom, because it reminds me of that. But of course, it's on the healthy side because we don't have any meat in it. So it is a millet lentil loaf. I'll just call it a loaf. And it has all kinds of vegetables. It has your mirepoix, which is, of course, your carrots, your celery, your onions. I put in the zucchini because I wanted to use it twice. I did that. And then it's also got your portobello mushrooms. And I just cook those up and I blend them in the food processor along with the lentils and the millet, or you could do brown rice. And then that actually gives your binding. And then, of course, you put all your favorite flavorings, which would be like your Dijon mustard, your Worcestershire, garlics, all those kind of things. And I also put in tomatoes because I like the look of like diced tomatoes in it because it just makes it so pretty. And then on the bottom is just a regular kind of a thyme gravy. And it's just, of course, is vegetable broth, a little bit of thyme, garlic powder. and then a little bit of whole wheat flour, and you just cook that up, and you can make it as thick or as thin as you want. And then you've got, I just did some sauteed spinach with a little bit of fig balsamic, because I know that Chef AJ, you love balsamic, so I just add a little bit of balsamic. Normally, I'd probably just leave it plain. And then just your regular, everyday mashed potatoes with soy milk and a little bit of chives on top. So there it is, all ready to go. And it's actually ready and cooked all the way through. As long as you do it small, it's ready to go. And there's your dinner.
Beautiful.
You could also do this, if you didn't want to do it in rounds, you could do it as cupcakes. And then you could put cupcakes and put a little bit of mashed potatoes in the regular muffin tins and bake them that way too. And they're really pretty. And they're like little individual, I guess, like joy packages to eat. So there you go.
Taste it, I'm begging you.
35 minutes.
It's so beautiful.
Thank you.
And the fact that
I'm surprised I got it done.
Jerry, do you want to taste it and let us know how it is? And Kelley, do you think you might be writing?
It's too pretty.
I'll give it a shot.
Did you get a photo of that thing?
Yeah, take a picture first, Kelley. And Kelley, do you think this will be a recipe you'll like write up?
Oh, yes.
Nice.
Wonderful flavors. Wow.
Wow. You don't know who that is. That's Jerry Casados. He has been on the show before, so check out his episode. Okay, so Dillon, so how did you figure out what you're doing?
Okay, well, what we have here is professionally plated portobello pizza. We made here, let me get this. This is the pizza. We just, it looks just not the same as Kelley's, if I may. Anyway.
I think it looks delicious. Are you kidding?
We sauteed some zucchini and yellow squash, a red onion, the millet. We just threw it all in a pot, which is kind of my style. Sauteed it a little bit, threw in some of the zesty spice blend. There it is. Get it at wellyourworld.com. Did we put anything else in there? I sprinkled some garlic on top. Then we took the portobellos. We pre-cooked them a little bit because they give off a lot of juice, which is fine.
Yeah.
It's just eat that too. And then we put on some of my pizza sauce. That's the Well Your World pizza sauce we used. Threw that on, put the mix on top, baked it for 10 minutes or 15 minutes or so. And that was item number 1. And then we made, at Reebs' request, would you like to tell us about this one?
No, I like the way you described it.
All right then.
It's very culinary.
We took the same internal pizza mixture. We added a can of beans that we rinsed. What else? Did I put one other thing in there that wasn't in there before?
The sweet heat.
The sweet heat salad dressing. Boy, what a promo for products today. And mixed that up. Threw in some, we sauteed some portobello mushrooms.
Oh yeah, so that we could put
We
it
had a
back
couple
in the
left.
filling.
So this one actually followed all the rules too. Heck, not bad.
Oh, people
And then we
think
threw it
looks
on a
great.
lettuce cup.
People think it looks great. You're not giving yourself credit, and they say, "Who cares? It's going to taste amazing."
There's the lettuce wrap for any of you late comers. We're not going to totally focus, but we'll get it. Okay, so I want to taste more of this pizza.
I think it
I
looks.
think everything looks good when it's made by somebody else.
Yeah.
That's true.
Kelley, Liz is asking if you could possibly use oat flour in your gravy.
Could use what was it? What was it?
Oat flour.
Yes, you sure could. Any flours, any of the flours, flours, all those. So here's Habanese. That's
And people are also asking how did everyone cook their millet? So I'm guessing Reebs cooked Dillon's and Jerry cooked yours. So people would love to know how you guys cooked the millet.
30 minutes. I never cooked it before, but it was pretty easy actually. 30 minutes and that's set.
Yeah. And you have a
Very good.
Habanese.
That's great.
Habanese.
Yeah, that's what you did too. You just boiled it.
Yeah, it was like 2 cups water, 1 cup millet. I wasn't sure if I was doing it right either, but it came out okay.
Came out great.
That's fantastic. Do you guys have any dogs, Dillon?
No. I had a dog for a while, but not anymore. I have a desert tortoise. And there are cats that live in the yard, but they're not mine.
Oh, wow. That's great. Well, you guys, I can't believe how quickly you guys did it and for such spectacular presentations. Thank you guys so much. They look amazing. And I bet they taste even better.
Oh, great. Thank you.
All
Thanks
right.
for having us. It was great to meet you, Kelley.
It
Too
is.
bad we could live next door and then a guy can come over and grab yours. You could grab mine. We'd be great.
That would have been nice. If only we were neighbors.
We'll have you on again, Dillon. Somebody you can really throw shade to because we couldn't destroy little Kelley. That wouldn't have been right.
I'm too nice for shade.
Oh, come now. All right. Thank you so much, guys. And thanks all of you for watching another episode of Chef
Thank you.
Nation Live. Please come back tomorrow as we complete our week of Iron Chef. We actually have a doctor, a PCRM medical doctor going against a chef. We have Dr. Jim Loomis going against St. Louis veggie girl, Karen Dugan. The show will be at 3 p.m. tomorrow. Thanks again, you guys. You did an amazing job. I really appreciate it.
Welcome.
Thank you. Good luck at the Apple Store.